take a second to load. Okay, you're good.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Comet, and I am a Celeste runner, of course. I'm going to be running True Ending. And yeah.
Nice. I'm here too. What's up, Comet?
Hi, I forgot to introduce you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Frozen Flygon. She's going to be commentating for me.
Yeah, I love Farewell. True Ending is a great category. Basically, we're gonna just go a fresh file and finish Farewell, and we'll talk about what goes into that along the way. But this should be a really cool run. I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, right before you get started, I'd just like to plug that we have not closed the incentive for the Moonberry because that's going to be at the end of the run. So we have the entire length of this run to meet that $1,000 goal. We're currently at $155. If you want to see the Moonberry get collected, which is absolutely worth it, go ahead and donate. I think Hex just posted !donate in the chat, so you can see the link right there.
Awesome. We can totally make that happen. It's at the very end of Farewell, so we have about 45 minutes, depending on how fast Comet decides to go, which is usually very fast.
I would say I would be willing to argue just because of differences with real-time and in-game time that it's closer to 50 minutes before that.
You're right. Good point. Good point. Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so as you see me getting started here, you see I'm jumping a lot. And that is because it actually saves time to do these quick bunny hops in Prologue, because you don't have your dash. But each jump gives you a little speed boost. Saves about 2 frames per jump, so I'm trying to jump as much as possible.
Now, optimizing Prologue is, like, kind of funny, but can actually, like, you know, it's worth practicing, worth doing. And you can skip the cutscene where the bird teaches you how to dash, and we're on our way.
Yeah. And Frozen, do you want to explain a little bit what we do in True Ending?
Yeah, so True Ending is a category that was added with the release of Farewell. So we're trying to beat Farewell from a fresh file, and that includes going through Chapter 8, which is Core, and Core requires 4 hearts. So it's kind of spicy any percent plus Farewell. So we're going to be collecting 4 hearts on our way. And I believe Comet is going to be getting the Chapter 3, 4, 5B, and 6B hearts. Is that correct?
Yep.
Awesome. So B-side hearts also count there, and 5B is faster in the majority of main game categories such as any percent, and 6B is also much faster because it saves us having to get the 2A heart, and 6B optimally is slightly faster as well.
Yeah, 6B actually saves a lot of time in this run because the second best heart to get is in 2A, and if you can play 6B well enough, then like you can save about 20 seconds alone from not getting the 2A heart.
Yeah, exactly. After this chapter comment, you want to turn up your mic a little bit?
Yeah, I can. Okay, it is a little bit up. Okay, we'll see how that is.
We'll see how that sounds, chat. Let us know.
So yeah, I'm basically playing 80% until Resort.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when the route starts to
diverge.
Yeah.
And that's what's really nice about training is my favorite category, because a lot of the practice that runners put into any percent also works out for True Ending, and then Farewell is just an amazing chapter, and it's just like the best of everything, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you can also get the elusive double PB. It is possible to PB 80% in this category, despite getting the hearts.
Yeah, in my best True Ending run, I was only about 10 seconds off my any percent PB, having gotten 4 hearts, which was hilarious.
A little bit of funky movement.
Yeah, so here Battlein follows behind you and kind of does every single movement that you do, which when we're speedrunning typically isn't too big of a problem because we route around it. It's just really, really fun to run with the dream blocks and everything. Oh, no. It's great. Oh, got a little stuck there in that corner.
That's okay. There we go. Make it through the second.
Now we're free. Now we're free.
Yeah, when it comes to some strats, I am just the second try king. Here's Awake. Awake is one of the coolest parts of the run in terms of just the amazing optimization you can do here. There's nothing that can kill you, and we just kind of get to chain a bunch of momentum throughout this, and it's super satisfying. Nice. You can't die, but there are springs that can kill your speed.
Yeah, there are springs that can crush your soul and your IL time, but they can't actually make you die. Now we're zooming into Resort. So we talked about how the route's gonna diverge a little bit. We're gonna pick up the blue heart, and that creates a different route order for Huge Mess. So in any percent, we typically go a different route, and we're gonna be utilizing a really cool skip to get the heart quickly here.
We have time for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
Alright, we've got $25 from DJ. It says good luck to all the runners. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Probably have time for another one.
Well, I'll just remind you that in addition to the Moonberry donation incentive that we're trying to meet, we really want to focus on that right now, but there's also a donation incentive open for naming the file or naming Madeline in the Celeste Glyph all A-sides run. Or is it all A-sides or any percent? I always forget.
Any percent.
Is any percent? Got it. Sorry about that. But yeah, and currently Trans Rights is in the lead with $55.
Awesome, thanks for that update. I think we're still looking at about $800 or so for the Moonberry incentive, so everything will help make that happen, and we have the entire run to do it. So now we're at Huge Mess, so we're gonna start with, we still start with chests here, but then our route is going to diverge a bit. So typically the route we'd like to take is to optimize moving around the Huge Mess area to get to Oshiro as fast as possible, but we need to get the heart, which requires going backwards through towels. So it's going to diverge here. So yeah, here we go. We're going to head to Towels second, which if you've never played this section of the game differently before, it actually really changes how you go through these rooms, which is super cool. Now we're gonna kind of start going backwards here. And you're like, what's going on? But this is how you get to the Resort Heart. We're gonna utilize, there are a few spots in the run where we can utilize death warping because of how spawns work in this game. The game doesn't expect you to come back up through the left side of this room. So we're gonna collect the heart, save and quit. And when we load back in, we're gonna skip getting to talk to Oshiro. Whoops, we're up here now. Whoopsie doodle.
I muted for a second just because there's a lot of background noise and I didn't want that to go through.
Hi, Comet's mom. Comet's mom has definitely not interrupted a marathon before on this channel.
Surely not.
Yeah, so that's kind of why we take a route divergence. It allows us to utilize that death warp and get the heart as quickly as possible. And I think it's a super cool aspect of the run.
Okay, coming up, you already saw me do it once, but I'm going to be doing a demo dash, which is essentially a crouch dash in this room up here, which allows you to squeeze through gaps in space, which is fun. There we go. First try.
Yeah, and the great part is with the new patch, you can set a crouch dash button, so it's really accessible. If you play on PC, console runners still cry, but the majority of us are in a good place now with the crouch dash button. And here's Oshiro, our favorite ghostly friend.
Problem if we do everything right.
Yeah, this is one of those sections that's I think really tough casually, but in the run, as long as you're kind of, you know, going through with your strats that you're comfortable with, Oshiro is typically not too much of an issue. But the last screen can always be scary.
Yeah.
Just 'cause it's so long.
It is scary.
Yep, exactly.
Well, the donations are just flying in if we've got a little bit of time.
Oh yeah.
All right, we've got $30 from Dijon Ketchup. This donation in loving memory to those who perished on the climb. $25 from Princesses Celestia and Luna. Master Chief, do you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship? Sir, protecting trans rights. Good luck, runners. Thanks for this great event. This one's for my homies. $50 from Mr. Shasta, donating to help out with the Moonberry incentive because we all know that we want to see more of the amazing video game that is Celeste. Thank you so much, Mr. Shasta. And finally, Matt Party Hat donates another $200.
Whoa!
With the comment, I love Celeste dearly, and I'm always so impressed when I see speedruns of it. Good luck to all the runners. Thank you so much for your wondrous generosity, and we are now at $405 out of the $1,000 for the Moonberry incentive.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. So now we're in Ridge, and we have a few new mechanics here. We got some bubbles, and we have wind, and we're also going to be taking a slight detour to get the heart here. This heart's really close to where we go normally in the run, and typically you have to crouch down on that block from Super Mario Bros. 3, but Comet is a gamer, and oh, you had it.
I know. I thought I didn't have it. Oh,
this is what we call fast heart. Right now it's being moderate speed heart.
Yeah, this is a very precise wall bounce. There we go.
There it is.
And I'm actually going to save and quit again because that skips the heart animation, and I spawn right at the exit to this room.
Oh, nice save and quit. Grabbing that berry for funsies.
Yeah.
Now we have 2 hearts out of the 4 we need to enter core. Nice.
The last 2 hearts we'll be getting from B sides, so no more detours in A sides except for getting the cassettes.
Apparently fast heart was not supposed to be possible, but we always find a way, don't we?
Yeah. Those darn cheating speedrunners.
We cheated not only the game, but ourselves, honestly. None of us knew the Mario reference, so we had to find another way.
Who's Mario?
That ultra is really cool. There's some really amazing strats in Ridge. It's kind of a cooldown from Resort in many ways, but in the speedrun, Ridge has some really incredible fast strats to it.
Yeah, and this checkpoint is full face, which is like super cool. Has a lot of really cool strats.
I love the face. I think it's super amazing to watch. And you've got these chasing snowballs, which we can also use to our advantage, because basically when you jump on top of nearly anything that moves in this game, like springs, like snowballs, like bumpers, you get your dash back. So you can utilize that to get your dash back like you just saw Comet do there.
Alright, 318 Ridge. Not that bad considering how many times I missed Fast Art.
Yeah, considering the hard detour,
Yeah.
very respectable.
Alright, now we're heading into Temple, which is the first level where I'm going to get the cassette and play the B-side.
Yay!
Yeah, and the reason this works is because if you get the cassette and then leave the A-side and then finish the B-side, it still unlocks the next chapter. And so that allows us to not only play 5B, which is just straight up faster than playing 5A, but we also get a heart, which is good for getting into core.
Yeah. 5B all around saves a lot of time with, again, we're gonna see another exploit of spawns. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Yes.
So it's really interesting, like, you know, you have to take the time it takes for you to get to the cassette, plus the amount of time it takes to finish the B-side.
Depth's corner boost. Let's go.
There's quarter boost gaming. You love to see it.
Just a really cool speed conservation strat.
Mm-hmm. There's just so many really cool ways you can chain your momentum over and over again to get through these rooms. It's awesome.
Good cassette rip.
Yeah, it was nice. Now we get into Temple B. We get some Jammin' Remix, and the difficulty cranks all the way up. This is one of the earliest things that we try and convince, you know, new speedrunners, hey, it's really worth jumping into 5B as soon as possible. It's gonna be hard to learn at first, but it saves a pretty decent chunk of time.
It's so worth it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree.
Like, coming from somebody who procrastinated on learning 5B for so long.
So here we are getting into Bub's Drop. So basically what happens is as you transition, you jump off the wall and come back down, and the game doesn't expect you to respawn there, and it takes you to the right side of the room, and we are allowed to skip every single key in this beginning section, which is awesome.
I'm glad I got that, because in my one run today, I did not.
Nice. Yeah, now with the new patch, you can do a pause Bub's Drop, which I like to do in my runs. It loses a little bit of time, obviously, because the time spent pausing, but can make it a lot more consistent for people. That was something that was just recently voted in with the new patch.
Alright, and usually I would save and quit here while Madeline wakes up, because it saves time, but I'm not gonna keep the music going. Because the song restarts if I did it.
Music is good.
Oh no, now I'm dying. I blame the save and quit.
Yeah, you lost your muscle memory without the save and quit.
Alright, now that I've waited the sufficient amount of time for a save and quit, I now know how to do it again.
Now we're gonna get into like a lot of seeker manipulation. So seekers don't move with RNG; they're dependent on how you move. So again, that's something else we really utilize to our advantage. We're not gonna use any of these red bubbles and just go all the way over to this last pillar. That strat's really, really cool lineup. And here's Theo.
Theo, let's go.
Canonically, Theo made this remix. Yep.
Did he make it, or is he just featured in it?
That's a good question, I guess.
Oh no, I'm leaving Theo behind.
Goodbye, Theo! Gauntlet room is
Theo
a thing
dance.
sometimes.
Oh god!
Theo's vibing! Theo's vibing! I hate when he gets stuck like that.
It is possible to save it, but it's hard.
Yeah. lot of times I just stare at him in anger. I'm like, what are you doing?
This room is clearly impossible.
Clearly.
I find it really funny that that's the room that they chose to make Theo say it's impossible, because I actually think that's one of the easiest rooms in the theater.
One of the easier rooms in the run, yeah, it is. It really is. Alright, and if you liked that B-side content, you're gonna get to see more 2-for-1 special today with 6B.
No way.
Yeah. 6B, I would argue, is significantly harder than 5B. And it's, you know, also just a lot harder to save time.
I don't think
So,
that's
really-
your opinion.
Yeah, it's probably pretty factual. And we're just gonna take this time to get the cassette, so if there are any more donations coming in, this is probably a good time, or anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, we actually just got a donation in from Big John, $25, and it says, I love you all. I totally forgot to submit, but I still gotta get my watch on. Good luck to all the runners, and also, hi, Sex Rex.
Thank you. Hi, Sex Rex. Here we go, scooting over to the cassette. This cassette room has a lot of really interesting strats as well.
I got the first part of it, but I missed the second part.
Yep.
There's a way you can get a ton of speed off of that Kevin block and just go all the way across the room, but I missed the jump, so that's okay.
Backup strats. B-side unlocked. Let's go.
Alright, this B-side is really hard, so I'm gonna try and do my best.
Yeah, so basically 6B, especially like 6B start is especially brutal. There's just like a lot of really tough rooms, and bumpers are, you know, sometimes really tough to deal with in terms of being precise getting through here. We got feathers, all that good stuff. This chapter's hard.
Everybody's favorite, bumpers and feathers.
Yep, exactly. I actually really like the battle-in section of this chapter, but getting to battle-in is tough. This room especially, pretty brutal.
Yeah.
It's no problem for Comet though. Yeah, so it is possible to save time in any percent, but it's a lot more strict. Here we have a bit more leniency because we get a heart out of it, which is nice.
Yeah, skipping it to a heart makes it way more lenient.
Yeah.
Like in any percent, you can save about 10 seconds if you play really well. But just the fact that you need a heart in this gives you about 20 more seconds, 25 more seconds more like of leniency, which is really nice.
I love that strat where you just kind of slide off the Kevin. It's a cool strat.
Yeah, and this is the falling section.
I like this. This section's cool.
Brought to you by
Hard to
Gravity.
optimize. Yeah, we try and do a lot of fast falling, a lot of diagonal dashes, you know, just to make this as optimized as possible. It's pretty new to me.
There's a demo in this room, but I prefer not to go for it because it's terrible.
It's pretty difficult to line up, yeah. Now we get to the fun part.
Don't worry, I'll go for a different demo later.
Sounds good. We'll cash in the demo debt.
Yeah, and farewell.
Yeah, so here's the Battle and Fight remix. I think these rooms are really, really cool, especially in the speedrun, just how much you can optimize them.
A really cool strat here, feather skip. So you hyper off of that block as it's falling.
See ya. That's a great strat.
Yeah,
We get to skip a feather. Anytime we skip a
Yeah.
feather, we win.
I originally thought it was super hard, and then shout out to the Tiber, a fellow Celeste runner. He taught me a really good strat, and now I'm good at it, so...
Let's go. Teamwork. There's a lot of really awesome people in the Celeste community who are always down to, like, be on a call, or send you a video, help you out with stuff. Like, Comet's done that with me with a lot of stuff. The Celeste community is just, like, really amazing in terms of wanting to help people get better. It's really awesome.
Let's see how this one goes. I've been struggling with this round.
Leave.
Alright, that's really good. But it's fine because I can back it up. Let's go!
This room is so brutal.
It is. This whole checkpoint, this is the last checkpoint called Reprieve, is just really hard.
Yeah.
Tons of really long rooms too.
All those reverses there, they're so good.
We got time for a quick donation?
Yep.
Alrighty. We've got $50 from Flying. No comment, but thank you very much. And that brings us to $455 out of that $1,000 Moonberry incentive. So we're just shy of halfway to reaching that. So if you are able and you'd like to be able to see a really, really awesome little extra thing in Farewell, get those donations in.
Can you turn up your mic a teeny bit more as well, Comet?
Yes.
Thank you. That was a sick heart room. That was awesome.
Yeah, that went well. Okay, it should be up a little more.
Awesome, thanks. That was sick. A heart room is terrifying enough, and then that strat at the end is so scary.
There is still plenty of time to get to the Moonberry.
Yes.
Because Summit is long, and then we have Core.
The summit, the court, and the vast majority of Farewell. We can absolutely do it.
Yeah. Now we're back to any percent. I don't need to get anything else. I already have all 4 hearts that I need. And so I just gotta rush through Summit, and then that's when the real run begins.
Yeah, we'll see what Comet's any percent time is after this,
Yeah.
and then bonus content.
I'm gonna try and make it sub 30. To any percent.
I believe. You can do
It
it.
is doable. It is very doable. I don't think. Nah, I'm looking at the timer. I don't think I can make it to 28, which is fine. But sub 30 is still very epic.
Sub 30 is amazing after getting 4 hearts. Comet is a very good Celeste speedrunner, by the way.
Yeah, my trending PB, which I just got today, I got a 28:59.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Summit split, so just barely hitting the 28.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, it's been really fun watching Comet practice for this because he's just absolutely pushed his time further and further down in preparation for this. So it's like, it's really exciting because we get to be in this awesome event, but also it's, you know, encouraged him to get a really epic trending time.
Yeah, like I was doing a lot of, like I was playing any percent, which is good. It's good that their categories are so similar in so many ways because it helps. That practice helps even when I'm not playing true ending. Oh.
Exactly.
But yeah, I only really started doing full game runs of true ending specifically yesterday.
And it's been new me.
And I have finished a total of 2 runs. Okay, but don't worry though. I have played Trin before yesterday.
No, this was your first time playing True Ending ever,
Yeah,
surely.
first time ever. I've never played before.
They were both PBs, those 2
And they
runs
were
you
both
finished.
PBs.
That's awesome.
I took my PB down by about 3.5 minutes over the course of like a day.
Yeah, and at such a high level, it's really, really impressive.
And now
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just,
chilling in Summit with 2 dashes. We're just vibing.
I'm just sitting there like, yep, that happened. Really cool ultra strat there.
I love that room. There's some really just amazing setups you can do now that we have 2 dashes. It really opens up the possibilities for what you can do throughout this chapter. And of course, it's using all of the mechanics we've seen so far in the game just now with 2 dashes, which really opens it up for a lot of really cool ultra strats like you saw, doing things like demo hypers in the old site section. It's just a lot of amazing optimization to be here.
Yeah, for sure.
I really like practicing Celeste, it's super great.
I think Summit is like a really cool run. Just like the IL of Summit. But it's so hard to like grind, I think.
Yeah, it's exhausting. It's almost like, compared to all the other chapters, it's so much longer. It's a lot of work.
I guess I'm getting this berry.
Joey!
This run actually has gotten a lot of berries. I'm up to 5 now.
Visible red berries run, let's go. Berries are good. They are friends. There are some berries you'll always get in this just because of the nature of the strats that you're doing, but it is funny when you accidentally pick up some extras from diverging. It's like, oh, okay, fine. You can come along, I guess. Pretty cool strat there where we demo onto that block to kind of sneak onto it and hyper straight to battle in.
I find it really funny how some strats are just faster to get the berries than not.
It is. It's really funny.
Like faster than any percent to where you don't need the berries.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool, somewhat recent. Never mind.
Oh.
I was about to say, there's a cool strat that I'm gonna do here, but I didn't get it. You can wall bounce up there from the previous room, but I didn't get it. What?
We did the backup key skip. Don't worry, backup key skip is still cool. You're still cool.
Yeah, luckily, I could just do the old strat, which doesn't lose very much time. Still a very viable strat.
Yeah, and that's utilizing the new strat utilizes the fact that we've been utilizing this all run, but as you enter a transition, you always get your dashes back, so you can do things such as, you know, set up for the next room, like a transition wall bounce, and then you still have your dash, stuff like that. Here we're gonna get on top of this right block to get up to the bubble as quickly as possible instead of waiting and holding on. Now we're to 3K. That was fast.
We're already here.
3K is so fun. Yeah. "3K is a really exciting and really stressful part of the run. So we've got downdraft, which it makes everything hard. Basically, you're just being pushed to the ground, so your upward momentum is a little bit stifled, and it's really easy to get shoved down into blocks. But there are some really amazing strats in downdraft that are viable due to what's going on here. Nice.
Yeah, I think downdraft is the funner version.
Yeah, I agree.
Of 3K. Except for this strat. I hate this strat. There we go.
Except for flag 20. Flag 20 is hard. We kind of just bounce off the spikes there. Then the wind changes to updraft. And the updraft is like really nice casually, but in the run it makes you a lot more floaty. So you have to kind of utilize fast falling to try and reduce the amount of essentially like air drag you have from the updraft.
Slow updraft. Get out of here. Fast downdraft. Let's go.
Exactly. Oh, hello, wall. I would like to wall bounce off of you. Thank you.
Skipping flag, what was that, 10? Yeah, it's flag 10.
I don't even know which flags are what numbers anymore. I'm not looking at them anymore, you know?
Yeah, loves
We skipped that flag over there. Flag 8.
Yeah, that's flag 8. Nobody talks about flag 8.
Yeah, we don't. I forget that flag is there, honestly. We're gonna skip flag 5 because we don't need to hit it to get the checkpoint there.
Yeah, the funny thing is you don't have to hit flag 5, but if you die before flag 4, you still respawn at flag 5.
Yep. So we don't need to collect that.
Don't need flag 2 either, why not?
Alright, goodbye flag 2.
Why not skip these flags? It'll be fine.
Everything will be great, surely.
Yeah, it's fine.
There we go. And flag 1, which is actually a really cool flag to optimize.
It's also really hard.
It is.
Yeah. There we go. That's a 2940 any percent.
Up 30 any percent with 4 hearts. Let's go. That's huge.
And this is the
815 summit.
epilogue.
Very
This
nice.
This is the end of the video game. Thank you so much for having me on Power Up with Pride. Oh, wait, there's still 2 more chapters.
Wait, there's more. Yeah, sub 30 any percent within a trending run. Very, very awesome, especially in a marathon run. And now we get to see content that no one ever sees, right? Because everyone just watches any percent all the time. We get to see core. Core any percent is very interesting. Core ARB is kind of famous because of ice skip. There's an any percent ice skip that we're gonna get to see. We still have time to get our donations in for the Moonberry as well, because we have core and all farewell to go.
That is true, and we're still sitting at 455 out of 1,000 for that, so we really want to get those donations in. How much time do you say we have? About 15 minutes?
That's probably safe, yeah.
All right.
That was the any percent ice skip. You kind of do a wall bounce through the transition. You can sneak your way through the fireballs with 2 dashes. So, if you've never really seen Celeste before, core is different in that you don't get your dash refreshed when you land on the ground unless you go through another room or pick up a dash crystal. So that kind of limits the amount of things we can do here, but it also still makes for a really interesting speedrun in terms of where's the best place to use your 2 dashes in any given room.
Yeah, I really like core.
Me too. I think core A is really, really fun to run. We don't talk about core B.
Yeah, core A specifically. Yeah, I think that because you have less dashes, it makes the chapter more consistent, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you have a plan of where you're going to use the dashes, then it'll just work out, right? Right?
Right! Exactly. I really like this Rising Lava section and this Sandwich Lava section that's going to be coming up. It's just all around a really, really cool concept and cool chapter.
Also, the music here is so good. I feel like people always sleep on this song, but it's so good.
I love this song.
Well, they don't sleep on it. It just is underappreciated, I think.
I agree. I think the core, I think core and core B are both 2 really beautiful songs, especially with how it changes based on if you're in fire or ice. Like that level of layering is just really beautiful.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Lena Rain, who is awesome. Incredibly talented.
Skip that core block there by doing a little corner jump.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Now this is sandwich lava, because the lava makes a sandwich. Can you see this?
Yeah. Sandwich.
It looks just
Makes
like
sense
a
to me.
sandwich.
I just call this on and off blocks because Mario. Nice bumpers here, help us zoom through these screens. Feathers. Let's go.
Feathers in my core.
Yay!
This was a pretty good core, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
like it's gonna be a low 3-4x.
yeah. And then we got this room that has screen wrap. Screen wrap is super fun in this room.
There we go. No, yeah, low 3-4x. I'll take it.
Wow. Awesome job, yeah.
And now we're on to Farewell, the last chapter ever.
Ever. Me and Comet are both Farewell enthusiasts, I must say. Farewell is an amazing chapter, and just you're gonna be blown away. If you've played this chapter before, I think you're gonna be kind of in shock at the speed at which Comet is gonna fly through this. This chapter originally took me, I believe, 12 hours, with 3 or 4 of that on just the last screen alone. And now Comet can beat it in like 15 minutes. It's pretty amazing.
If I get a 15, I will be very happy.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Got time for a donation?
Yep.
All right, we've got $50 from one of our upcoming runners, Moonblaze Wolf. Obviously, moonberries are my favorite fruit, other than pomegranates. Good luck to all the runners this weekend.
Thanks so much,
that, yeah, thank you. That puts the donation incentive for the Moonberry at $505 out of 1,000, so we're just barely over halfway. So let's get those donations in. Let's meet that incentive.
Come on, you know you want to add 3 minutes to my run?
Here we are in Singular. So Singular introduces some new concepts. It introduces the double dash crystal, and it introduces, because we typically have 1 dash in this chapter, but by getting the double pink crystal, or the cool S, as someone pointed out to me the other day, that you get 2 dashes. And also there are these pufferfish. You can jump on top of the pufferfish and they'll give you your dash back, and you can kind of do a boing. Or if you're underneath their plane of explosion, they will send you off careening in a direction. And I think pufferfish are such an amazing mechanic that works really well with this space/underwater theme we got going on. It is a cool S. Someone pointed it out to me in my stream the other day, and now I'll never unsee it.
Yeah. You ruined my Farewell experience.
Cool S's everywhere. And now we introduce my favorite friend, jellyfish. Jellyfish are the coolest part of Farewell, in my opinion. They are just like happy little balloons. I love them so much. Comet has become a top route gamer, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, I used to do bottom route, bottom route is like slightly slower, like ever so slightly slower. But it's so cool. It is so cool to do. But of course I want to go fast.
Top route. Top route!
But I did bring a little bit of bottom route energy with me when switching, which you saw in that ultra, and then,
yeah, the ultra,
and then back
cool.
boost with the jelly.
Yeah, that was
yes,
good.
you can back boost with jellyfish by throwing them the opposite direction, like by quickly turning around.
Yeah, and here we are in Power Source. Is a 2-part skip called Source Skip. And the first part is getting up to you bring a jelly into the room and get the electricity early. And then the second part is you kind of do that upward thing. And it's completely intentional, as you can see, because there's this side room that ensures that it's possible. So 100,000% intentional for the speedrun. And it's really scary to learn at first, but it becomes quite consistent.
I can't believe that skip was unintentional. I can't believe that there was a room there the whole time that the devs knew nothing about.
Yeah, who put that room there? Yeah, really, really nice power source skip. So you don't have to get any of the keys. And we're already in Remembered. Remembered is a really hard checkpoint to optimize. You got a lot of jellyfish stuff going on. And some of these rooms are pretty challenging.
Door skip.
Door skip!
That started there. I'm glad I got that.
Yeah, for real.
The fish. It's always the fish.
We've got another $50 from Plop27, and the comment just says, Moon!
Me too.
True,
you know
I
what?
agree.
I felt that.
Demo. Ah, that was a little too low.
Evil.
This is the demo I said I would make up for with 6 speed, but I'm not getting it. This is so sad.
This demo's so hard.
It is. Oh gosh, I'm like so low, like just barely
Yeah,
too low every
barely
time.
too low. Mm-hmm.
All right, this one's it, surely.
I believe.
Never mind.
Alright, well, the attempt was made.
This one's it, surely.
Surely.
Never mind. Do I keep going for this? What do you think?
One more. Then we gotta keep schmoving.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go. No demo, I suppose. It's okay, because there's another demo. I can make up for it.
Yes, there's another one. You can go for that one.
Alright, this room is really cool. You can keep this jellyfish and skip taking the auto scroll block across the entire room.
Yeah, that skip is really precise, really cool.
Oh, let's go! I got the corner boost.
Yeah!
that makes up for it.
That was so speedy. I hadn't seen the corner boost in a hot minute. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for the speed. That moon boost is really satisfying, and then to get the corner boost after it is like, whoo! Spicy. That's awesome.
You see, that's a thing that I always go for. But it's just it's pretty tight, so...
It's really tough to get. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's better than the demo. It's rarer than the demo.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a rare sight.
Tom's got some fresh sprouts. Go ahead.
Just a quick update on the donation incentive for the Moonberry. We just got another $50 from Skeganold that says
True.
And that brings us up to, I believe, $605 out of the $1,000 incentive. So we're getting closer. We can make it. I know we can. I know you can do it.
See, I
Approaching.
the demo to stall.
Yeah, we all knew that.
There is
So here we are.
Plenty of time.
And it's breaking news time. With Event Horizon here. Event Horizon and Determination are this checkpoint and the next checkpoint are commonly stated to be kind of the hardest checkpoints in the entire game, and they are so fun to do fast. Like, when you really get comfortable with these checkpoints, I always like get into such a groove at this part of the run. You know, like we're out of Remembered, we're past everything, and you just get to kind of play the game. And this is Comb Room, a very infamous hard room casually. Over time, you get also very comfortable with this room in the speed run. Well done.
Hard room. Where?
We're just gonna slide under this this cloud. We don't need it. We're gonna skip that feather. This is one of my favorite strats in the entire run, especially the fastest version of this room, which I've picked up recently. It is so sick. You gonna jump off this block. We don't need those double dash crystals. Such a fun strat.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get even more speed here. Let's see if I can get it. Oh. Oh no! I didn't dash.
Ooh, that was Yumi. That was still pretty cool getting into that
If you
room.
dash up right into the feather, you can get like even more distance, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
I got the first part though, and that's like...
Yeah, you got the moon
that's
boost.
the
You got the moon
important part.
boost. Exactly.
We have time for another donation.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got $50 from Mr. Shasta. The comment says, "You take the moon, and you take the moon, and you take the moon, and you take the moon, Barry." Thanks, Mr. Shasta.
That was important. You say moon, I laugh. It is that simple.
Alright, this demo I'm not going to go past. I will get it. I got it.
I don't know how to do this room normally anymore, so... The demo is the only way out of that room, I'm convinced.
Yeah, it probably is.
We just got another $100 donation from Ariel. Comment just says, "Moon." And that brings us to $755 out of that $1,000 donation incentive. We're so close. We can do it. I know we can.
Believe. I'm a believer. This core room is really challenging. It's also psychologically, like, I didn't understand how to beat this room for the longest time because I didn't understand that I was getting my dash back. So I was just like at the bottom of this room, like, what is going on? Like, how do I get past this? This is literally impossible. But you get your dash back, and it still makes it difficult because of the cycles, especially to do that room quickly. But kind of a funny room.
Yeah, I thought it was sort of surprising, like when Farewell first came out and people were sharing about their casual playthroughs that they thought you wouldn't get your dash back on those, because that was never a problem with me, but like it sort of makes sense though that people thought that, because the only time you ever see them is in core.
Yeah. I just was ingrained to not get my dash back, especially because I had been like speedrunning at that point, like, oh, I'm used to not getting my dash back here. Pretty funny. Kevin returns here for another long room. Farewell just has like an amazing combination, you know, of all the mechanics in the game. This was kind of the opportunity, like, you know, in the base game, mechanics are kind of stuck in their own level, but here you can just combine everything, and it just makes for some absolutely incredible gameplay.
I went a little fast on the first few feathers, which I try to not do because it makes the cycles later a little
It makes the
hard.
ending cycle scary.
You see, I had to like go up and down a bit to slow down. Alright, now we have Stubbornness, and you're going to see me doing a lot of dashing into the floor, and the reason for that is because Celeste actually freezes. The entire game freezes, including the timer, for I believe 3 frames every time you dash. The only thing that doesn't freeze is the music, and these cassette blocks are tied with the music, so their cycles do not freeze, and so dashing saves time. Hope you were taking notes.
Yeah, dash a lot, go fast?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay. Alright, cool. This section is the shortest segment in the run, but it is the segment that brings me the most pain. So, take that what you will.
Should be under a minute.
Do we have time for another update?
Yes.
Alrighty. We've got another $100 from Matt Party Hat with a comment says, gotta get that moonberry. And that brings us to 855 out of 1,000. We're so close. I know we can get it, everyone. Thank you so much for your generosity.
So close. Okay, we have like less than 5 minutes.
We have the best part of the game to go.
Yeah, best part of the game in my opinion, and I think also Frozen's.
Yeah, this section is literally why I started to speedrun Farewell. Reconciliation is absolutely beautiful, story-wise, music-wise, gameplay-wise. It is, I think, the most perfect part of this game.
Yeah, ear
Makes me
users,
really
listen to
emotional.
this song.
Yeah, ear users, please listen up, crank this. It's so good. We have this kind of power box concept that we saw from the power source checkpoint, and a lot of these rooms, there's the electricity going, and we have to get all the way to the electricity box with the help of the bird and Battlein, and when we break the box, it allows us to proceed. And it's just like, I think every room in this checkpoint is just super fun.
Yeah. One thing that I think is really interesting about recon, for reconciliation. We've already said this is reconciliation, probably. Is that most of the time it is actually faster to skip as many of these Battleline orbs and birds as you can. You see I'm about to skip one here. And that's just because the animation of them throwing you is long. And also, they keep going forward if you pass them, so you can pass them.
Yeah, it's really cool because like in Summit, you're not allowed to do that. You have to activate Battlein every single time. And as speedrunners, it's like, frick, we would like to be able to just skip those. So then in Farewell, the devs were like, oh, we can totally make that happen. And every single bird and every single Battlein is theoretically skippable, not just for speedrunners, but also in case the task finds something. They wanted us to be able to just go Numi, and it's great.
Got a
Oh.
really important update for us.
Yep, go ahead.
We've got $50 from Anonymous that says, and the moonberries taste like moonberries. And we have $145 from Dorkmaster Fleck that says, moon.
Moon!
And with that, we have reached the moonberry incentive.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone.
You know, I was
Moon.
about to say, I'm not a math magician, but
Moon.
I believe that is that makes it official that I'm getting the moonberry.
Yes! This is
It
great
does
for
indeed.
everyone, except for Comet, because it extends the longest room in the game to even longer. But Comet's a gamer, and it will be awesome.
Yay! I got the cool ultra. Let's go.
Oh, that was a sick ultra.
You see,
Thank you, everyone.
People call that the what do they? Is it funny Comet or just Comet? It's like the Comet Supreme or whatever.
The Comet Supreme, the Ultra Comet Supreme.
The Ultra Comet Supreme. I didn't name it that.
We all did.
I don't remember how it got that name, but it did.
I don't know if it's good. It happened around the time of the anniversary stream, I think, is when it got named that.
Yeah, it was around then, probably like a few weeks before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do a cool reverse here. What? I didn't get my dash back. Okay, we'll go.
Oh, you didn't? What the heck?
But yeah, you can. This fish is being not nice. But yeah, you can reverse hyper. There we go. Underneath that that block, skipping the battle line orb. It's a really cool strat. Alright, this is the last screen before the very long one. The screen is so long, it's its own individual checkpoint. And let's go, I got the cool jelly thing. Now I'm going past this puffer fish.
Yumi. Nice. Yeah, this screen is longer than all of the first chapter of this game, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, this screen is about 1.5 minutes long. But it's gonna be longer because we're getting the moonberry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll make it longer than chapter 2.
Yeah, longer than both chapter 1 and chapter 2. Incredible. Yeah, and the music just swells here. This part is really intense in the run when you're like on PB pace, you know. But it's also really satisfying to get super good at this checkpoint and just be able to do it with confidence.
Yeah, one thing, hopefully I don't end up eating my words here. But I feel like a lot of farewell runners, they end up, like, despite this room being super long, and definitely very scary just because of how long it is. It's actually, a lot of people, I think, after learning farewell, say that it's not the hardest room.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like, it can be consistent.
Yeah. It's definitely nerve-wracking, like, that part of it is never gonna go away, but you played enough times, you practiced it enough times to where it's like, you're just very comfortable.
Alright, it's moonberry time.
Alright, we're going backwards. So you hit the box once. That's an important first step, is hitting the box once. Then you go to the left. And you can see that there were blocks in the background the whole time that were covered up with the lightning. But now that we've broken the power box, we can retrace our steps back upwards. And this part of the getting to the moonberry, I think, is just so cool.
Yeah, there is a checkpoint. I'd say a little bit more than halfway through this segment.
Yeah.
So
Makes it a little
there
less
it is.
stressful.
Okay, I'm at the checkpoint. I can't. It's
Yay!
now impossible for me to lose 2 minutes. Unless I lose
Let's
2 minutes
go.
elsewhere.
I think the climb is scarier than the moonberry itself.
Yeah, definitely. Just because there's the chance that you do lose 2 minutes.
Yeah, there's a chance that you have to start from the very beginning, but now we're in the clear here.
I'm gonna try to do another Bubs drop. Let's go. That's
Nice!
time.
So that is a direct reference to Bub's drop. You have to fall and then reset to respawn in the next room, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, there's lots of springs here, but we're actually able to skip half of them using advanced jelly tech TM.
Advanced. And I absolutely love this screen. I think the moonberry is so freaking cool.
I'm just gonna drop the jelly here, and then I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna grab it. We made it. I cannot die.
Yay!
As long as I keep my hand on this grab button, I cannot die.
Grab, grab, grab.
Okay. There's the moonberry. Wow.
Any wows in chat? Wow. And GG.
Alright, and I'm gonna skip all these
Alright.
cutscenes just to avoid spoilers, in case anybody hasn't played. Except for this end screen. If you haven't seen this, well, you're out of time to look away. But yeah, that was
Wow.
Farewell full clear in 19 minutes and 3 seconds, which is not bad.
That's a pretty good full clear time, absolutely. Anything under 20 minutes for a normal clear is like very respectable, and then especially to get the moonberry is super awesome. Thank you for all the wows in chat, everyone.
Here, and I'm gonna go into to the epilogue screen again, just so you can see the death count.
That's good.
And also get the good epilogue music.
Yes, that epilogue music is beautiful. Yeah, you could call that the truest ending because we got the moonberry.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who donated to make the moonberry happen. It's all going to an amazing cause, so thank you so much.
Yeah, coming at the very end was awesome.
Alright, anything else you want to say, Comet?
I don't think so. I just want to thank PowerBook Pride, the PowerBook Pride team, for letting me on. This was a lot of fun. And also, stay tuned if you dislike hearing my voice. Too bad, because I am commentating Frozen Flagons Run right after this.
Let's go! Wow, there's gonna be more Celeste, but a little bit different this time. We're gonna get to see some modded Celeste content. It's called Glyph, so we're gonna go to a brief intermission, and you'll get to hear the two of our beautiful voices again very soon.